Hello and welcome back to Radiance by J Naturals. I appreciate you for joining me again on this channel, and if you are new here, please join our community. Today we are going to be making a very simple soothing face wash formula, let's say a face cleanser rather, because it is a very mild cleanser. I can't remember the last time I bought face cleanser because I always make mine. Last time I made a charcoal and tea tree face cleanser, and I'm going to link it in the description box so that you can learn how to make it. It's very good if you have acne or you have acne or oily prone skin. So today I'm going to be making a very simple soothing face cleanser. Like I said before, I'm not adding anything extra or anything special. It is a beginner friendly formula that you can make even if you have never made any skincare products before. That being said, let's get right into the video. The first ingredient we are going to be needing for this face wash is some sodium cocoyl isethionate. I have it written on the screen. So it's usually called SCI for short. So it is a very mild cleansing agent. It does an excellent job of cleansing, but it is very gentle. That is why it is favored for use in products that are meant for the face or even for baby products. This face wash is my own face wash, but I use it to bathe my baby sometimes. So it is excellent for sensitive skin. Now we're going to be using Cocamidopropyl betaine in addition to it. Cocamidopropyl betaine is very good in formulas that contain SCI because it helps to melt down the SCI. The SCI powder can be difficult to melt down in water, but when you add Cocamidopropyl betaine to it, you'll be able to melt it down with relative ease. Okay, so please do well to read the description box because I'm going to have the formula in the description box. That is why I'm not mentioning the amounts used exactly in this video. I'm going to have the formula in the description box so that you'll be able to customize and make as much or as little of the product as you want. So do well to check it out. So now this is our mixture of the cleaning agents, which is just SCI and cocamidopropyl betaine. We're going to melt that over a double boiler. Double boiling just simply means you put a pot on fire and you put some water inside, and then you put that container that contains the cocoa betaine and SCI, you drop it in until it melts. That's double boiler. So while that is happening, we're going to continue with the rest of our formulation. For this part of our formulation, we are going to be making a slurry. That is, we're going to be trying to dissolve our thickener. The thickener we're using here is HEC, but I do not like adding my HEC straight into water. It can cause clumping. So instead of that, we make a slurry using glycerin. So we're going to add all the glycerin that we need in this formula. We're going to measure that out, and then we're going to add our HEC into it. So this helps to hydrate the HEC evenly and prevents those annoying clumps from forming in your formulation. So if you have been struggling with formulating with thickeners like HEC, xanthan gum, and the rest, you can try this method and you definitely see a difference. The next thing we are going to be adding is Allantoin. If you have been on this channel, you know that there is hardly any water-based skincare product I make that I don't add Allantoin. Allantoin is an affordable ingredient and it is amazing. It is a soothing ingredient. It helps with wound healing. It is anti-inflammatory, and you only need a little to get the best results. So if you have been sleeping on Allantoin, you need to wake up and start incorporating it into your skincare. You would definitely see a very good improvement in the performance of your products. After Allantoin, we are going to be adding Panthenol. Now, I must mention, okay, after Allantoin, we are going to be adding Tetrasodium EDTA, sorry. Tetrasodium EDTA is a chelating agent. It binds with metal ions and stops them from interfering with your surfactants. It improves the performance of your product, and especially because this is a foaming, like a cleansing product, metal ions do make your surfactants not to work well. So by the time you add a chelating agent like Tetrasodium EDTA, your products will remain good for a very long time. It boosts preservative performance, it makes your product to last for a long time, and it combats hard water. Okay, so use Tetrasodium EDTA if you are in an area where there is hard water, or you just generally want to have a product that stands the test of time. And then after our Tetrasodium EDTA, we're going to be adding Panthenol. Panthenol is vitamin B5. It's a humectant. It also helps with wound healing. It helps to boost your skin barrier function. So it makes this face wash to be a very soothing and very beautiful one. your panthenol can become in blocks like this if it comes in contact with air, because like I said, it is a humectant, so it attracts moisture. So when you see that your panthenol has become like this, you don't need to panic. Just use it. By the time you put it in water and leave it for a while, it is going to dissolve easily. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with it at all. So after we have measured out our powder ingredients, which are basically our active ingredients, we now measure out all the water we are going to be using for this product. Okay, so we're going to measure out all the water we need for this product, and we're going to take a little bit of that water and just keep it aside, just a very little bit, so that we'll be able to use it to rinse off our containers to avoid wastage. After measuring out our water, we are going to take our dry ingredients and we are going to pour the water into these ingredients, and then we are going to allow it to dissolve these powdered ingredients. So we just added the water into it and give it a good stir, and we keep it aside until everything has dissolved. Now, when this the water phase, that's the water with the panthenol and allantoin and tetrasodium EDTA, are dissolved, we are going to take our slurry, the slurry we made from using glycerin and HEC. We are going to take that and we are going to put both phases together. We are going to add everything together, and that is like our water and thickener phase. So adding it together, we are going to take a stick blender and we are going to give it a very good mix. If you don't have a stick blender, you can use a whisk. You can use a whisk, and then but using a whisk may take more time and effort. So if you have a stick blender, just go ahead to use your stick blender. You can blend it for about a minute or two and let it rest, and come back to blend it again for about a minute or two, then you leave it. So you keep repeating the process until your solution thickens up. This will take you maybe 10 minutes of off and on stirring or blending, right? So you just do that, and then by the time it has taken up, you know that it is ready. Meanwhile, while you are doing all these things, don't forget to check on your mixture of cocamidopropyl betaine and your SCI. Don't leave it for too long on the fire, on the heat rather. So make sure you check on it and then see if it has melted, then you remove it. So this is our SCI and cocamidopropyl betaine. You can see that it has melted beautifully. When you look at it and it's like this, it has no lumps in it. You have to make sure that it's not lumpy or anything. So once it looks like this, you know that it is ready. So we're going to bring our water phase, right, that has already thickened. Right now it's thickened already, so we're going to add it into the surfactant phase. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It has started thickening. This is not the final thickness. This is going to be like a facial cleanser gel. You know, I want a very thick gel, so it's going to thicken up very well. Like, you're going to see that it looks white and all that. Don't worry, just trust the process. It is going to clear up. So just give it a good mix, and yeah. So next we are going to be adding the last set of ingredients, and the last set of ingredients is majorly like the um the preservative. Okay, so you must use a preservative in these products because it is made with water. If you do not use a preservative, it is going to go bad and it's going to make your skin to have bad reactions. So make sure you use a preservative, and here we are using liquid germall plus as our preservative. I also added a last ingredients to this. I added some Glyceryl Cocoate X7. This is an ingredient that helps to clarify the solution. It helps with softening the skin, and it is generally very good for the skin, but it is optional. If you have it, you can use it. If you don't have it, you can just leave it out, replace it with more water. So in order to get everything out, the preservative, I'm adding some of the mixture into the small container just to make sure that there is no wastage, and I'll stir and put back in the big batch. You can see how it's looking clumpy and looking not very good at this point, but just trust the process. It's going to come out very beautiful. But if you do not like a thick product, you can always reduce the amount of thickener. Okay, you can reduce the amount of thickener. I used about 0.7% of HEC here. So if you don't want a thick product, you can use maybe 0.5% or so. But if you want it to turn out exactly like it did here, then you should use just the way I did. So the what you see me pouring here is the remaining water that I said we need to save. You know, so I'm just using it to rinse out that container and add into the product. So after stirring the products, we are going to check the pH to ensure that it is a skin-friendly pH. So the pH is a bit high for my liking. I want it to be around pH 5 or 6, okay? So pH 5 to 6 is very excellent for this product, and I have adjusted the pH with some lactic acid. Actually, you can use citric acid. Citric acid is perfect for adjusting the pH of your product, but I use lactic acid because that is just what I had available at that point. Also, you should use very little of your pH adjuster so that you don't have a drastic change in pH. Now, I left the mixture till the next day. I think I left it for up to 30 hours though. So this is what it looks like. It has cleared up. Like I told you, just trust the process. Don't rush it. So long as you're following the instructions, you will definitely get the same result. So this is what we have. Like I said before, this is like a face cleansing gel, so I like it to be very thick. So the way it is now, you can even put it in like a tube. If you know all those face washes that you buy in tubes, this is the consistency. Though I don't have a tube, so I'm just going to use like a bottle where I can squeeze it out of. So this is not really suitable for bottles that have this press down cover or something. It's better for a bottle that has either this open and close lid or those lids that you press by the side, and then you'll be able to get your product out. Like I said before, also this product can be used for your baby as your baby's body wash. It can be used as your face wash. It can also even be used by you as a body wash if you have sensitive or very dry skin. Okay, so this is an excellent product to have, and it is simple to put together. I can't remember the last time I bought face wash. Like, I buy face moisturizers, sometimes I buy toners if I don't want to make one, but for face wash it is very simple to make and it's quite affordable to make, so I hardly buy. So here I'm trying to test the pH again, because you need to check the pH and recheck it to be sure of what you are getting. So, and you can see that now the pH is around 7. Is this pH 6 or so? I think that was 7 or so. So I'm trying to adjust it because, like I said, I want a pH of 5 to 6. I don't want it to be beyond pH 6. So I've added some more of my lactic acid solution, just a very little bit of it, and then I'm going to give it a very good stir. When you are adding your pH adjuster, you have to make sure that you stir very well, because if you don't stir very well, one part of it would get the pH adjuster and the other part will. So by the time you take the final pH, you may not get the right measurement. So try to stir carefully so that you don't get too much bubbles in your wash, and then you check the pH again. So usually I check and adjust my pH off the camera, but I decided to do it on camera this time around because I know that someone out there would be wondering, okay, how do I check the pH? How many times do I have to check and all that? So that is why I'm recording this part, because it is also a very important part of the process. You can have an excellent product, but because it is not at the right pH, it may react badly with your skin. So you can see now the pH is around 6, yeah, and I'm very okay with it. Now I bottle this up, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you the ladder. So it has this creamy ladder. It is not those big bubbly ladder. It has a very creamy and soft ladder that is very good for your face and for sensitive skin. And I'm also going to wash my hands also so that you can see how it is. It doesn't dry out your skin. It's just very wonderful on the skin. This product is best experienced actually. So here we have come to the end of this video. I want you to let me know if you would be trying to make your own face wash after watching this tutorial. I want you to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and you think it will be useful for you. I also want you to ask me any questions that you have in the comments. So till I upload the next video, thanks for watching this one. Bye.